2 years at LSU is just the fast Malik neighbors they leave off on and replace Brian Thomas too. And they'll do it again next year in Frisco. They're playing Frisco. They're playing on Wednesday night. Jobs. Spot. It has been golden.
So like usual, here's a max air fan, and there's butyl all the way around underneath the flange, the fan mount, the square mount, and then what I'll do is I'll come through with the Sikaflex 221 and I'll dab it on every screw and all the way around, and then so I'll let this set and cure for a couple of days, and then I'll remove the fan and I'll come back with some Dicor or some other type of self-leveling RV sealant, and we'll go around all of it right there, and then once the self-leveling sealant is on, then that fan is totally done. So with that fan out, I've got obviously the other two fans in place. This will be the last one, and so my plan of action, how I get these fans out, these original fans out, is this method: a solid putty knife and a hammer. And so what I could do is I slide it underneath the flange of the fans and go around and just bust all the rivets. It literally just cuts through all these aluminum rivets. It's a lot quicker and easier than simply drilling out each rivet. There's probably over 50 rivets. And one thing you do is you do have to be careful as you're hitting it, because what has happened before is I start hitting, I'm not paying close enough attention, and it will start to gouge into the aluminum and cause it to tear. So you do have to be very, very careful, just slow and cautious. But other than that, this is the plan of action, how to get it out.
We shouldn't discount Ryan Lee's opinion. I think you're both right, yeah. We've done the do not do say it.
And those don't look like they have like little marker tips though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You mean I would? I just saying it would look good too.
And we'll talk much more starting out with this too. You have plenty of high knowledge and $1,000.
Testimonials.
Not to brag, but progressive is early in the year, but also the draft and Tom Pelissero.
It's amazing. The perfect start to
Loves riding skateboards, but without the need for
the spring. And then this off of
on Twitter, X. There's the
last night from the Oklahoma City Blues 17.
Southland.com.
Yo, it's Jacob. It was even voted a
Social, and it's like, so them as a professional. Yeah. Once you set it up, like I said, it's like it just and boom. Next week I'm getting punched in the face again. Right? And he's had a rough start to his career. There is no such thing as a sure thing in the NFL draft. He would have been a top 10 pick in the draft. A deep draft with Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbor is just going to go a little later.
Watching the airstream.
Now they have a skylight. Just open, rain, skylight. No, I'm just kidding. So what that's gonna be is this will be the shower. And what I've got here is the Max Fan, I think I call it the Max Fan Dome Plus. What it is obviously it's a round vent, so it'll suck all the steam, all of that out. And it also, with the push of a button, has a ring light. So on the actual trim piece is a button for the ring light. So it's pretty cool. So you have this light in the shower, and I'll put 2 more pucks in there as well, so there's plenty of light. But this is a pretty cool little 2-in-1 little feature right there. I like it. I cleaned it off with some isopropyl alcohol, cleaned everything, let it dry, and then I put butyl all the way around, pushed it in. I'll go ahead and screw it, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of either cut off this excess butyl, and if it's not too much, I'll just leave it. But you can see what that looks like. I'll go ahead and take this off, and I'll have to take this off to secure it with the screws.
Two young guys in their 20s. The larger the capital raise, the easier it is to bring the deal price that we've done, $4.5 million. And on that acquisition, I thought,
Love that. I didn't know you did hotels as well, man. Where was that?
yeah, well, I looked at them again. I am not a hospitality guy. That's what I'm.
Online. We'll take that manager's unit online for additional revenue, and we did.
Slowed down my entire business by doing an app.
Real food, real chefs, delivered.
I'm Matt. All right, we'll see you. It's AFR. And every are the Broncos and the Cowboys. 4 straight division titles.
Look back and see. Okay. Good. Short form. Let's have 45 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever it is. I have
3 meetings and a call and a whatever. But even then, you don't want to be exactly copying word for word. But if some, and I will go sit there and I'll write down the bullet points. Yeah, as long as there's quality.
You know, those are topics that people are interested in, and so you can take those topics and then put them into your own words. And it's not. You don't.
You watching the video and then you react and you go, this is fucking bullshit. This is not how it works. This person's definitely gonna get in trouble with the IRS. And
You're never excited, but this looks horrible. So we're gonna solve that by breaking the inner pane. And I've got the gaskets coming to just convert this to a single pane. That's what we're gonna do. And the handy dandy tool for that, this punch right here, it's a little dark. So what this is spring loaded, but it's like a hammerless, you know, kind of spring loaded thing where I don't have to like push. It's not a push punch. So I'll just put it up again, I'll pull it, and it'll spring back and go. So that way I'm not pushing into it and possibly breaking the outer pane. So as you can see, got one done. So you just hit it with that punch. You be super careful. If you had a normal punch, you're obviously going to have to worry about, you know, pushing in and possibly breaking the outer pane. You still have to be super careful with this thing. But see, I've got it in 3 different spots, and so I'll maybe pry a little bit with a little pry bar, just to kind of pry away, not using this as leverage, but to pry away, pop it off, and then just slowly by hand, just take every little piece out. Fine.
all while keeping it real. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed the show. And he's a good friend of mine. I got my man Mike Ty. Mike, welcome to the show, brother. And I remember it so vividly. I was like, how did you do that? It was in 2019. I was like, how did you do that? And so I got to give you all the credit, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And, you know, a big takeaway from kind of that story and Schedule E for that property, I made $440 last year. Josh, we retrieved. Wow. So not very good.
Yeah.
Not a good return on equity.
Yeah.
And then big
I go there with my wife sometimes. We went in like July, August, because sometimes there's some open weekends then. We're like, yeah, let's just go when there's not a booking, you know?
Yeah. A lot of those buyers are like, they're hurting right now. I was out at Houston.
Components or characteristics that's like lost.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah, so it's a bridge job. Really? So it's more than